So, you clicked on this. Why don't you have a girl? Why are you still worried about getting one? Perhaps you're worried that you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. You're worried that everyone else is being able to indulge in things that you feel like you can't. You feel like you're missing out. You feel like maybe your parents will be disappointed in you. Maybe things like that. I want to tell you, there's a lot of reasons that you don't have a girl right now. There's reasons I don't have a girl right now. Number one, you're not ready. You're not the person who you need to be yet. You still have work to do. You have no value to bring to the table. If you can't even talk, hold conversations with people, let alone you can't talk to a girl, then that's the reason you don't have a girl. If you're not physically strong yet, you're not fit, you're not in the right mindset, that's the reason you don't have a girl. If you're not financially stable, that's a reason you don't have a girl. If you haven't figured things out yet, that may be a reason you don't have a girl. Now, I'm not saying, people get girlfriends in high school. They have high school sweethearts that it's great. It lasts a lifetime. And they hadn't even had everything figured out yet. But it's much easier when you have value, a lot more value later on when you're financially secure, you're physically fit, everybody can look at you and see that you have it all figured out. It's a lot easier to get a girl when you're in that state. And most of the people who have girls in high school, if you look at them, most of them, they are people who are working. They are people who are top of the football team. They're physically fit. They are something that is attractive. That's the thing with that. People who keep high school sweethearts, usually it's because of things like that. Now, I know there's other cases too, but the second thing, you can't stop lusting. You can't stop looking at relationships as just sex and fun and the good parts of it. That's not all it's about. A relationship is supposed to be your best friend. It's not just supposed to be about the touchy-feely, all that stuff, about the going out every day, doing crap every single day. You should be looking forward to spending time with them, yes, but 99% of that time, it shouldn't be that. And with my Christian belief, I believe you should wait till marriage till you start doing those things, because you should get married and commit to that person. If you're not committed to them, then most likely you're going to end up being unhappy and just leave. If it fails, it's not true love. Remember that. And that's what intimacy is supposed to be. It's a big sign of love when you're truly committed to it. But so many people use it in a different way. They use it for themselves to feel good, to feel pleasure, to feel that achievement, because they have all their friends that are going and fricking around doing all these things. They think that sounds so great. Give them a few years and it's not going to look like a great thing. They're lonely. Nobody else wants to be with them anymore. It's not something you're going to be looking forward to later on. It's not that big of a deal. It's overrated. Sex is overrated when it's not commitment, when it's just messing around. It's a joke. A lot of people use it as an achievement. There's no achievement to that. If it's someone who you don't even love, someone that you don't even care, you're just doing it for your own fulfillment, your own fun, that's terrible. That's messed up on your part, bro. It really is. So you need to get your whole mind straight on the whole lust thing. Realize that there's more to life. Realize that real gratification, real fulfillment is in Christ, is in becoming the best version of yourself that you could be. That's where real fulfillment is. you're not going to find real fulfillment in things that make you happy for a few seconds. You got to realize that. And a lot of people don't. That's why so many of y'all sit around all day scrolling on TikTok. It makes you happy right now. But then when you realize that you've done nothing all day and you've sat around, you're not going to be so happy. And weeks down the road, when you still sit around and you're still doing nothing, you're still not going to be happy. But go ahead, keep scrolling, keep wasting your life away, because that little happiness is just going to make you feel so much better, isn't it? No, it's not. And that's something that we have to put into everything. We have to put in and realize that pleasure right now, quickly, doesn't pay off in the end. But making it wait till later, doing the hard work now, that is what pays off in the end. Another thing that you got to realize is what I was just saying with being a better person. Your actions, can't tell. Whenever you have everything figured out, whenever you're working out all the time, people are going to see that. They're going to see you working all the time, working towards your goals, figuring things out. Your actions speak louder than words. You're going to start attracting people. When you start talking about things that they like, when you start doing things that they like, you're out there chasing your goals that maybe other people have that you have. You're going to start attracting people. You're going to. And once you start diving into your goals, you start diving into that crowd, you start bettering yourself first, then you'll be surrounded by better people. The options of girls will get a lot better. Whenever you're low value, the only girls you're going to see are low value girls. But whenever you get high value, when you actually are working at things, when you've achieved things, then that's when you're going to find people that you're going to find girls or guys that are high value, that actually are committed to you, that actually care. The real woman or the real man that you actually want. That's what you're going to find. And when you're not ready and you keep pushing it with God, you keep trying and trying, you're just messing things up. God has a plan in your life. He has a plan of what person at what time you're going to meet them. But you have to be on your journey. You have to be bettering yourself, putting that work in, and eventually you're going to run into them. God's going to put them in your life. But if you keep messing around, snapping a bunch of girls, talking to people that are going to drag you down, honestly, that's when you're throwing off course. You're throwing yourself off God's plan. And then you're off who even knows where until that goes wrong, and then you go back to God's plan. You're delaying yourself even more when you keep pushing it. You have to trust God. That's something you have to realize. You have to trust God. If you don't trust God, if you don't have God in your relationship, it's not going to work out. It's not going to be very great if you don't have God in the center of it. You have to have God in the center of it. You have to trust His plan. That's how it works out. That's how you find a girl. Bettering yourself, having God, and trusting Him, following His plan. That's how you get in the right environment, and that's how you find the right girl. Or the right girl, the guy, for you girls who are watching. You just have to give it time, bro. Just because everybody is running around happy right now doesn't mean that they're going to be happy later. Or if they are going to be happy later, if they've already found their person, good for them. Be happy for them. But remember, you're on your own time as well. God has different timing and a different plan for all of us because we're different people. If we were all the same on the same path, it'd be pretty boring. And that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people are following other people's paths. And it's not working out because it's a path for someone else. Trust God, bro. Trust where He's calling you. Trust Him. You will stumble upon that person. And when you do, value them, bro. Give everything you you can for each other equally. And keep God in the center of it. Pray for each other. That's the message I had for today. Trust God, trust His plan, and you'll find the girl or the guy. Girls and guys watching. Real talk. Real talk.